Alright, I'm gonna start this shit off by taking fucking Adderall. See if I can lock in on this shit real quick. Alright, so I'm gonna be going over all the builds that I've used while playing Elden Ring. I have how many hours? Hold on, let's check. I have 224 hours in Elden Ring. Uh, Not a lot compared to some people, but it's a lot for me because I don't usually lock in on a lot of games like this. Souls type games, I guess. However, I have every achievement, blah blah blah. No one really cares. I'm going over every single build I ever had. Starting with this one, it's my current one and my personal favorite. Uh, it's pretty simple. It's just a pure dex build, 99, level 260. Finger Steel, Animalania, Keen, Nawakiba, so I can get dex scaling to A. Iron Casa, Black Knife Armor, White Reed Gauntlets, and Black Knife Greaves. It does get light roll, which is why I love this build so much. It lets me be a little bitch. And Green Turtle Talisman, because you're going to be spamming a lot of unsheaths and waterfowl dances with this build. Bull Goat Talisman, so I can get a poise of 53, Dragon Crest Great Shield, just to reduce the amount of damage I'm taking, and of course, Shard of Alexander. This is just what I have. And then this is just to make sure I can tank a few hits. But it's mainly just focused on unsheath spam and whatever the fuck. Golden Vow, Electrify Armament, Flame of Frenzy is just here for fun, and Black Flame Protection. Let's showcase it a little bit so I have some background footage actually. Alright, so Hand of Melania is only really here for crowd control, and dual katanas do a lot of stance damage, so you can get crits occasionally. But you're mainly going to be spamming Nagakiba Unsheath with this build. I am on New Game Plus either 3 or 4. I can't remember off the top of my head. So you're going to notice I take a lot of damage. A lot of it. That's one of the downsides of this build, but it makes up for it in its evasiveness and the just pure damage of Nagakiba. This build does follow a specific playstyle, and I understand that some people don't like the way I play. But this build is made for me, how I feel. I like to play the game. Just dodge and punish is my favorite part of the Souls games. I'm rating every build on 3 criteria. Its fit, its effectiveness, and its funness. On this build, I would have to give the fit like a solid 8. Effectiveness, I think probably an 8 too. No, a 7. It's not very effective, but on fun, I give it a 9. I have a lot of fun with this build. Overall, though, probably a 7.5. Just because it's not incredibly effective. There's definitely a lot stronger builds out there, especially with the DLC power creep. I don't have DLC. I probably should have mentioned that. But, yeah, I think this is probably one of my best builds. At least with Faith, you have, options for stuff that you might want. But I just have Arcane for no reason. Why do I have this shitty stat? Nothing uses Arcane in this game. Except for, Fire. Actually, I do have a build that's gonna be talking about Arcane later. Actually, I don't even have it. Anything that... I'm not using incantations on this build either. Why the fuck do I have this? I don't need Faith either. I might just have a few extra stats if I can spec into something else. And put the rest into mind. Alright, yeah, there we go. This is perfect. This is perfect. Absolutely beatable. Yep, there's my light roll. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, I fixed the build. Alright. Carry and Regal Scepter, Cold Uchi Katana with Unsheath, Moonveil, Oslow's Helm, Black Knife Armor, Blood Soaked, whatever the fuck, Black Knight Greaves. This is the Blood Soaked Machetes is so it's for the fit. If you don't fuck with it, you can and you still want light roll. You can use like that's about it actually. That's about it. I really min-maxed the fucking endurance for this. Alright, yeah. And I just get rid of Golden Vow because I don't have anything that can. I suppose if you really want to, you can invest in that, or you can just be a normal person and have medium roll instead of over-specking a bunch of stats like me. Magic Scorpion Charm, Dragon Crest Great Shield to offset it, and some more damage negation. Graven Mass Talisman, Sorceries, and Shard of Alexander, of course, because it's the greatest to ever exist. So, pretty similar principle to the other one, Unsheath spam, but with a little bit more emphasis on the dual katanas part, and also using Renala and Ronnie's full moons whenever you can. It's basically just building up Frostbite and doing a crap ton of damage because this build really does a lot more damage than my other one, or at least it's a bit more versatile with its damage output. It's also important to mention that this build's a fair bit bulkier than the other one I showed, mainly because its vigor is higher, but its armor rating I think is a little bit better. I actually had a lot of fun on this build, surprisingly. When I first made this build, it was like on a level 80, so I couldn't really fully experience it. I couldn't have a 60 intelligence to fucking use the Regal Scepter. But on a fun scale, I'd have to give it a 10. This is really fun. Effectiveness, probably a 9. I'm sure there's like better ones out there still, but this was pretty damn good. And the fit, it's really similar to the first one, but honestly, I think it looks better than the first one. So I'd also have to give it a 10. Overall, probably a 9. This is a really nice thing I made here. I'll just talk about the build. So this build's just based off of Sword of Night and Flame. It's just fire damage, basically. I did spec into intelligence for the option in case of like fire resistance or anything. However, it's mostly just fire spam because the Sword of Night and Flame's magic ability isn't great. What should I kill? What should I kill for the example? I'm an idiot and forgot to talk about it on stream, but it's Bogoat Talisman, Dragon Crest Great Shield, Shard of Alexander, and Fire Scorpion Charm with the Crucible Knight armor and the Banished Knight helmet. This build is pretty damn bulky, especially compared to the other ones I showed. 60 vigor, and I forgot what else. But Sword of Night and Flame is one of my favorite weapons because its versatility. Having both magic, fire, and physical damage is very nice. But in my opinion, the fire damage is just way better. Because the magic one takes too long and it's too narrow of a hitbox to really hit anything consistently, while the fire one is incredibly wide. Incantations, I think, is just the normal stuff. Golden Vow, Black Flame Protection. Oh, the important one is Flame Grant Me Strength because it buffs both your fire damage and physical damage. But you can't have both Black Flame Protection and Flame Grant Me Strength, so you have to pick one or the other depending on what your situation is. I'd have to say effectiveness is like a solid 9. No, 8.
Holy
The
shit.
fit also an 8, and its funness probably an 8 as well. So overall an 8. I did this build is fun. I made this one by myself, no like videos or anything giving me tips or anything like that. I just made something from my heart, and I had a lot of fun with it. This build I made live on Twitch, just something I made up from the top of my head. So it is a little bit
Let's roll. Fuck it.
different than the other. Actually, a lot different
We're
from
trying to.
the others and any build I've ever used. I never really used incantations a lot, but this build I had a lot of fun with too. I forgot to talk about this one on stream too, so I'm gonna have to talk about it off memory. Uh, Great Helm, Malekith Blade, Finger Seal. Ignore the Godskin Peeler. I didn't use it at all. Uh, Holy Scorpion Charm, Shard of Alexander, Volko Talisman, uh, Great Shield, and I cannot remember the armor for the life of me. I will not lie. But this is basically just incantation spam, Black Blade, Lace and Axe Glaive, I think it was, um, Golden Vow and Flame or Black Flames Protection, and of course Malekith Greatsword. This build is pretty bulky. I think it was 60 vigor and quite a bit of poise. I think it was close to 100. So I could just like pretty much eat all of the attacks I got hit with and then hit right back. And I had a good ranged option with the Black Blade, and the glaive is
Fuck off.
technically ranged. I'd have to give the fit on this build a 6. It's not my favorite. I'd try to like get a little bit more stats in rather than style, but I still think it's pretty solid.
I'm not used to fucking
Uh,
general at all.
It's fun level. Probably an 8. I had quite a bit of fun with this one. I'm honestly surprised with myself. Practicality, probably 7. Yeah, there's definitely something better out there. To get this video done in like, I could probably get it done tonight. There's not really much to like do. Yeah. Anyways, next video will probably be Overwatch. I'm not sure if I want it to be either like competitive or just quick play shenanigans. But I don't know, I'll see y'all in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one at least. I I will probably make another Elden Ring video eventually. I'll probably pick one of the. Actually, comment down below. What build do you want to see a full playthrough on? A full playthrough. Speaking of which, you should go follow my Twitch. In my opinion, I think it's more entertaining than my YouTube. Just cause like, well, more engagement and it's more natural in a way. Cause it's just kind of flowing instead of me putting it together. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the next one whenever I make it. Hopefully it won't be a month. Have a good day.